So we are still working on our probability unit. So just really quick, we're going to review. Probability can be represented as a fraction where our favorable or desired outcome is our numerator and our denominator are the total possible outcomes. And the probability can equal anything from 0 being impossible for that to happen to 1 being certain that can happen. And if it is equal to 1/2 or 0.5, we can say that the chances of that favorable outcome happening is equally likely. Now there is those ranges between 0 and 1/2 and 1/2 and 1/2. So if the probability falls less than 1/2, but it's not 0, then we can say that it is unlikely that that will happen. But if it is greater than 1/2, but not 1, we can say that the possibility of that happening is likely. And so we are going to use those terms and what we know to help us with the next problem. We are being asked to create a model, but we're given a couple different desired outcomes. So we need to take it step by step. It says, create a bag of 10 marbles that is unlikely to pull yellow, unlikely to pull blue, likely to pull green, impossible to pull orange. So kind of seems like a lot at first, but I think if we take it step by step, we'll be good to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to create my 10 marbles. Now, you may have to draw them, but for the sake of time, I'm going to paste mine in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now I'm going to go through and read all my desired outcomes. So if the desired outcome is unlikely to pull yellow, I know that that has to be less than half of my marbles are yellow. Same thing with unlikely to pull blue. I know that less than half of my marbles need to be blue. But it says likely to pull green, so I know that more than half of my marbles need to be green. And then impossible to pull orange, meaning that none of my marbles can be orange, not even one. So I'm actually going to start with likely because I think that might be a little bit easier. So if I have 10 marbles and I know that it's likely to pull green, I know that half of 10 is 5. So I know that I need to make more than half of my marbles green. Right now it would be equally likely. So I can do 6 marbles. I can even do 7 if I really wanted to, but I want to make sure I have marbles left over for yellow and blue. So at this point, my chances of pulling green, if that's my desired outcome, is 6 out of my 10 marbles. So it is likely right now for me to pull green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So now I have 4 marbles left over. And I need to make sure that it's unlikely to pull yellow and unlikely to pull blue. Now, again, there's not one correct answer. As long as your marbles meet the criteria, then you're good. So I could do 2 and 2, 2 yellow and 2 blue, but I'm going to do 3 yellow marbles and 1 blue marble and see if that still meets my requirement. So is it unlikely to pull yellow? Well, 3/10 of my marbles are yellow, so that is less than half. So that is good. And unlikely to pull blue, well, 1/10 is blue. And that is less than half, so that is unlikely. And I don't have any orange, so 0/10 are orange. So it looks like I have met all my requirements. And I even made sure that my bag had 10 marbles in it. So as long as you go through each step and you make sure you're meeting all the requirements,